All Indians I ever seen was here, and they wasn't wild. I used to hear Mama talk about them when she was a child. She said that one morning she went out to the old mister. She was big enough to know to hand water, and said when she got to the door, to open the door, that the stars was falling. Now when the stars was falling that morning, and said she didn't know, and said old mister looked out and says, "Don't you go out there." She says, "Stars." She said she just went like meat frying, so the whole earth was just lit up, Said they just going like meat frying, just before day. And said that when she went to go to the spring, as the stars fell, so when it quit falling to daylight, and said she met some Indians down there, they packed water from a spring, she said. And said she met some wild Indians. And they had, old Mrs. Cook had give her a piece of bread. And they give them the beads, give her some beads, and took the bread. And took the bread from her. And said every time she'd go and step in front, or go walk, they'd step in front of her. Every time she'd go and walk, they'd step in front of her. And said, and finally, at last, they had the bread up and raised the hand back, and took the beads away from her. And that said they was wild, take it away from her. And said she went back to the house crying, said she told she met some people and took her bread and gave her some beads, and then took the beads away from her. And that's only ever I hear talk of wild Indians in my life. I never hear talk of no Indians. Ain't never seen none until until I don't know where them was Indians, what had all them feathers in the hat, in the heads. I've seen some of them.
Those are Indians.
Then when I was a child, I don't know whether them was an Indian or not. Then you see, when I was a child, they'd go in droves, just in droves, and come in the house, and take what they wanted, something to eat like that. You never take nothing but something to eat like that, and then get out, and make fun of it, and grin, and laugh,
No, is that right?
Yes, a laugh. Take it. Old folks are there, they'd go and take it. If they're off their hand, for it, and made the motion, you just well go get to them, or let them go. They go on in there and get that stuff. Mama had an old chicken once, great big old chicken, and they didn't have them but pots then. Didn't have no stove, just had pots, as I recollect it. Had pots. And had that chicken in that pot. And I don't know what that man said to her. Said to her, to the other outdoors. He said some kind of language we didn't hear him. Yeah, he come in with a bucket and just take that pot and put all that stuff in that pot with them feathers in his head, in his hat, Put all that victuals in that pot. And those little children stand around there hungry. And they had long, high feathers in their head. And them babies tied on their back.
Yeah, that's right.
They tied on their back.
Do.
Yes, I didn't know what they was.
What did they make their bedding out of in those days, the folks? What did the neat colored folks use for bedding?
They have quilts like they have now.
I mean, what did they make mattresses out of? How would they make these feather beds?
To get that off from chickens, and things like that. And that's what they get them off. And gooses, that some of them are wise enough to have goose feathers. But when I was coming up, tell the truth about it, and I was coming up, we'd go out and cut our grass, cut it. Just take a hoe and cut it. And take it off and pile it off and let it dry. And put that in the mattress.
And sleep on that?
Yes, sir.
Did it sleep pretty good?
Yes, sir. It slept pretty good. And it wouldn't grind up neither. We cut it and it stayed. But if you wait till the frost fell on, it'll grind up fine. We was chilling now. Mom would have us two, them old big old hay mattress on the bed, and we thought we was something. We would. Thought we was in something.
What about, Johnny, that business of having some of the Negroes, good hands, and good women and good men going off and breeding them like cattle? Do you remember anything about that?
No, I didn't know. And see, they wouldn't let children know that, but I heard it after After that, they do that. But Stephen is coming up, wouldn't let us know nothing about something like that. But they say that was show so. You know, just like a big, fine-looking woman, a big, fine-looking man, you know. Old boss wants, you know, children from them, you know. They just fasten them up in the house or somewhere, you know, going off and leave them in there. Want to breed them like they was hogs or horses, something like that, I say.
That sound like it.
Yes, sir. And they said that's the way they used to do in slavery time.
Did they whip the slaves much? Do you remember whether they whipped them?
The biggest whooping ever I know to give to Aunt Martha Albert. The biggest whooping ever I know. Mr. Benton, they didn't whoop his niggas much. They had to do something mighty, you know, bad for him to whoop them. Yes,
Well, did the slaves ever try to slip away? Did they ever try to run off?
No, not on the place where we was. I never hear them say they run off over there. Run off. Other places I hear them stay in the woods and so long until they wear the clothes off them, slip up. Now I heard Mama say when she was a girl, no, she brought from Mississippi. When she was a girl, that one old woman run off. She did run off. They beat her so she run off. And every night she slip home and somebody have her something to eat. And she get that victuals and going back in the woods, stay in the woods. And they, you know, just they tell the others, you know, could you see, I don't know what their name, see so-and-so, ever see them? Say no. Well, you tell them if they come home, we ain't gonna whoop them. We ain't gonna whoop them if they come home. Well, I'd be all the way, you know, they come. Said once this man stayed in the woods so long, tell you his hair on him long like a dog. Well, just growed up, you know, and stayed in the woods. Just stayed in the woods. And they couldn't get him out.
Well, did any of them run off and get plumb free? Did you ever hear your mother talk about them?
Hear them talk about it going off, you know, going off to places where they're free. But here, what I heard her say, I didn't know that. She said just like she be some white people, you know, would nigga come along, you know, and he just get him off, you know, carry him off where he wouldn't be no slave or wouldn't be beat up, you know, and carry him off that way.
Mm-hmm.
Still 2, 3 that said that white folk could catch them 3 or 4, you know, colored people off that way. Pick up children. They used to go in a wagons, you know, go around wagon with the covers on them. I've seen covers since I've been beaten up with wagon with covers on them and just take them and go on. Well, when I was a child, I see a little boy, a man jumped out of the old covered wagon and caught the child. Caught him and got for his belly with the child. Well, I reckon that was slave. I don't know. That was slave, but they caught him. Caught the child. And I had a grandchild that they're taking off.
Is that right? Who took him off?
The show people, I didn't took him off. I don't know. They took him off. It's sealing.
What do you know?
Yes, they took that child off. Mama didn't have but that one. And they took it off.
Well, class. Come on, quick.
Took it off. But they got it at such a length of time.
Well, can you remember how what happened when they set you free? Do you remember can you remember how the old master acted when they?
No, so I can't remember that, you know, can't remember that. But I remember, you know, the time they give them a big dinner, you know, on the 19th.
Is that right?
On the 19th, you know, that's called, they said they give them a big dinner on the 19th. But now we didn't know. I'll tell you, I don't hide the other side of the folks, you know, freedom. We didn't know. They just thought, you know, was just feeding us, you know. Just had a long table. And just had just little everything you want to eat, you know, and drink, you know. And they said that was on the 19th. And everything we wanted to eat and drink. Well, see, I didn't know what that was for. I just, you know, it wasn't wise like the children is now. Anything go up now, a child 6, 7 years old can tell you.
That's right.
Yes, it wasn't wise. That's the way they done us. Give us a big dinner, Mr. Bethany. Mr. Bethany got Miss Mill. Mr. Bethany's granddaughter stayed right across town. And she got a daughter stay out here in the country. Our young mister. Out here in the country.